Hello everyone, welcome back to 2 Cell 1 Pack.
Today we're going to be working on the Master Pro V2. We're doing the suspension linkage change to the updated linkage. This same instructional video will apply to the Master as well. These are the tools you will need to do the linkage install. 2 5mm hex keys, some Loctite for thread locker, as well as a 3mm and 4mm hex key as well. So first things first, you'll want to release all the air that's in your suspension, as well as remove the power pads from your wheel. Now, with the Master Pro and Master, the pedals may get in the way, so you'll want to remove the pedals first. Now when removing these pedals, on the Master Pro you can remove the pedal adjust base. I prefer to do it this way because you don't have to worry about the grub screws, the pedal rod, or the touchstring screw. You just have to remove these 4 5mm hex screws. The next step is to remove the pads. Sometimes you may need to replace the 3M adhesive as it is a single-time use. The next step is to remove the seat and release these battery packs onto the side. Once you have released these 4 screws, 2 at the front, 2 at the back, you can lift the seat up and expose the motherboard cover. The motherboard cover is held on by 4 screws, 2 at the front and 2 near the rear. Once you've removed the screws, lift the cover up slowly. Take the dust-proof foam aside and put it to the side. We'll need to remove the battery pack from the wheel as it is covering the screw. Unplug the batteries before you start unscrewing the packs, as the packs are quite heavy and therefore constrain the cable. It is now time to unscrew the packs from the wheel. After unscrewing the 3 screws at the bottom, there is a spacer to keep an eye out for. You don't want to lose it. Now that we removed the 2 battery packs from the rear of the wheel, the next step is to release the suspension linkage and shock absorber from your wheel. There are 2 screws near the top as well as 2 screws on the suspension bridge. When you go to remove the suspension, these L and L keys may come with your wheel. These are perfect for releasing the suspension without damaging anything. Once you've loosened and removed the screw from either side, you can now push it through. There is a black spacer, so make sure you keep that. So how it works is this pin will hold the linkages and the spacer will make sure that the linkage never bind up. So when you push this rod out, you want to make sure that you keep track of where these spacers go. They are of different lengths, so do not mix them up. You will need to remove the tail light so that you can remove the suspension linkage from the wheel. It is time to take it apart as we'll need to reuse all the hardware. I like to install the shock absorber onto the linkage first, as there's not much clearance when doing it afterwards. It's always a good idea or good practice to put some Loctite on them. Now that you're about to put your last pin in, you may notice sometimes that holes do not line up. This is where you need to figure out the best angle or approach to your wheel in order to have this linkage fit. Sometimes compressing the suspension can line up the holes perfectly. It's time to put all the pieces of your wheel back together, starting with the tail light. The next step is to put your battery packs back on. Be sure not to forget the spacers. Lightly screw these screws in and align all 6 screws before tightening things down. time to plug the batteries back in. Make sure you have these two O-rings as they prevent moisture or water from coming into the motherboard area. Now it's time to place your cover. Make sure with your cover you also have the dust-proof foam, and I like to line it up using the charge ports here, as you can see. It is now time to install the seat. The pedals are back on. The only thing left to do is take the wheel off the stand, pump the shock up, and go and ride.
Thanks Chubby for showing us how to change the linkage on the Master Pro. And we will see you on our next video. Bye bye.